Well, good morning, Trucker Todd here, and time for another video. This morning, I hope you all had a great weekend. We're going to talk about equipment. So you've got your foundation set, you've selected your company, and now they say we've got trucks A, B, and C. Which one should you pick and why? Stay with me, folks. This will be a quick one. Here we go.
And this is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down. Flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round. For my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
Okay, and we're back. Sorry for the glare from the sun coming in from the side. Not much I can do about it. I've tried to adjust things and it's just kind of the way it is. Anyway, before we go any further, look down below. Make sure you're still subscribed. Give me a thumbs up. If you hadn't subscribed, go ahead and do that now. Wait a few seconds, a little bell will pop up. Click all and you'll receive a notification each time I put out a new video. It's just like a little text message thing it sends you. Doesn't cost anything to do, and that way you don't miss any videos. Also, share this video on your social media platforms, Facebooks, your Instagrams, things like that. Also, in the description below, my Instagram is there, and my email is there. Please feel free to leave me a comment below or shoot me an email if you got questions. I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Also, while we're talking about it, as you can see, I work for Dart Transit. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I'm pretty happy there. If you'd like to have a good experience with the company, check out Dart Transit. Man, seems like every time I do these videos, my tongue gets tied. But anyway, check out Dart Transit. There is a phone number below. You can contact my recruiter that I work with. Find out about company driving positions, dedicated opportunities, or lease purchase opportunities in your area. Also, she can also answer your questions. So feel free to contact either one of us. There is a link there if you'd like to apply at Dart Transit. But like always, I recommend contacting me or her first, and then we'll get you squared away. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into it. So, what kind of truck should you get? This is probably one of the most important questions. After all, let's think about it for a second. You're about to sign a lease that probably ties you to a company for 2 to 5 years. I've seen leases as long as 7 years with some companies. So, as equally important as finding a good trucking company, you want to make sure that you get a truck that'll be reliable, profitable, and comfortable. Okay, now, I'm going to use another company that I hadn't talked about much on here in a long time. Not because I've got something good or bad to say about them, but because of their equipment selection. Western Flyer Express out of Oklahoma City. They've got Volvo, Freightliner, Kenworth, they've got the T680s and the W900s. International, they've got all these different trucks that you can select from. But yet, when drivers go to work there, they all want a W900. Probably the worst fuel efficiency truck out there. It's bigger, it's heavier. Yes, it's more comfortable. None of them say, hey, can I get a Freightliner? Hey, can I get an International? Or, no, I just want a T680. Everybody wants a W900. And the thing you've got to remember about these trucks is they're a tool. They're not a status symbol. And what do I mean by that? Well, I know guys that they get their trucks and the deal is to impress their neighbors. They get a bunch of chrome, they get a bunch of chicken lights. They go home, they try to impress their friends and family. Look at my big pretty truck. And then they starve in that truck and they're miserable and they go, lease purchases don't work. But instead of treating it like a business, they're treating it like a travel agency. I just want a big nice truck that I can travel the country in. Now, if you're a single guy, you don't have any expenses and you just want to have some fun, fine, get one and go have a blast. But instead, what I would suggest is treat it like a tool and find out for the type of application you're doing. This truck at Dart Transit is spec'd perfectly for what we're doing. I've shared with you that I spend the majority of my time between 8 and 9 miles a gallon. That's money in your pocket. That's, hey, if you want to get the chrome and the chicken lights, pay your truck off and then get the chrome and the chicken lights. But, you know, the number one questions I get asked is, how fast does it go? And can I get a stick? Because I can pull the hills faster. Folks, these aren't race cars. They're designed to pull loads, and they're designed to do it as efficiently as possible. And the sad, honest fact is that so many drivers screwed up clutches on the sticks that almost all trucks are going to be automatic now. They're more fuel efficient because I don't care how good of a driver you are, that truck can shift more fast than you can. It can shift more precise than you can. And it's going to get better fuel economy. Now, is it going to climb the hill as fast as a stick? Probably not. But that few seconds you lose is going to be money in your pocket. Now, here's something else I'm not proud of, but it's a fact. I've had this truck since the end of September. I have yet to wash it. Now, am I saying everybody should drive around in a dirty truck? No. And I'm probably going to get it washed if I can ever get out of bad weather. But some of these guys, I mean, pass by a blue beacon and look. Those guys, there's a lot of those trucks that are in line to get washed that aren't even dirty. And you're spending $50 to $100 depending on what all you get done to your truck for a truck that's not even dirty. If it needs to be washed, wash it, but you don't need it every week, or probably not even every other week. And so it's just a waste of money. I don't want to harp on this too much in this video because we're going to talk about it more in the next video, nickels and dimes. But think about this as a tool. If it doesn't save you money or make you money, don't do it to your truck. It's just that simple, folks. I've shared with you the story when I worked at Prime back in 2000, I think it was 2001, 2002. The guy that had the $5,000 sound system in his truck. That doesn't save him money, it doesn't make him money, but yet he's in class complaining he's not making any money. And so just think about where you're sending your money that you've got coming in, because for some of you this is going to be the most you've ever made. And so that's something you really need to consider. Now, wheel covers and lug nut covers, those look great. I would caution you to be careful. If you're going to get those, get vented ones. I worked as a company driver for a company for a few years that they put all that on their trucks, and then they found out that their wheel seals was going out because it wasn't getting enough ventilation in there. So check with your manufacturer, or check and see what kind of vented ones you can get so that you're still getting air in there and you're not destroying your truck. That was on Volvos that was happening. And so their fix was, hey, y'all take that stuff off and give it back to us. And so that's what we did. But anyway, I don't really, everybody hates International. I had an International for a while with an A26 motor, which is the new International motor. And it was, at the time, was supposed to be the most fuel efficient you could get. I love the sleeper interior on an International. It had tons of shelves, so don't be opposed to an International. Freightliner. I like Freightliner, but the resale value on them's horrible. If you get it, plan on keeping it till the wheels fall off, because the trade-in values are horrible. Kenworth T680 is what I drive now, with a PACCAR motor, 264 gears, 12-speed automatic. It doesn't pull great, but it's super efficient. It's been really reliable. It's probably what I recommend right now. I don't know that I would recommend a W900 unless you're doing an application, maybe a heavy haul or something, and something specialized, but it's just a big heavy truck. And so Mack is going to be a lot like Volvo. I do like the interiors of the new Mack Anthems. I've heard they're rough riding, but I have not driven one, so I can't say that definitively. And Peterbilt, KW, both PACCAR companies, they're going to be real similar, whichever direction you want to go. I know there's some minor differences. As I mentioned in a previous video, Dart's getting in some Peterbilt 579s, which is kind of the sister truck to this T680. And both trucks have their pros and cons, and I would just encourage you to do your research. Hey, if you see a truck you like, ask a guy in the fuel island while you're getting fuel, hey, how do you like that truck? What's the good about it? What's the bad about it? What kind of fuel economy are you getting? Have you had any problems with it? And just talk to him, see what he says. You're more likely to get a straight answer out of him talking about those things than you will asking him about his company, because he doesn't get a referral bonus to tell you what he thinks about his truck. So make sure and do that. And I forgot to mention earlier while we're on that subject, and then I'm going to wrap this up. When you call Dart Transit, give them my driver number, 58180. I hope these videos help you, I really do. And I hope that you'll help me by giving them my driver number when you call in. If you forget, it's not the end of the world. I'll still help you. I'll still talk to you. But I certainly appreciate that help. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I've got to go pick up my load. I'm going to Colorado and then back to Texas. So y'all have a great day, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Look for nickels and dimes on Wednesday. Bye-bye.